Hey everybody, happy Motivated Monday. Gerard here once again. I'm here to give you some quote-unquote words of wisdom to help you start the week, as always. And I want to start with a quick story. I had a lot of car time this past weekend, and I like my car time. It's a good time to kind of collect my thoughts about certain things, to develop some new ideas, and kind of assess, where I've been and where I'm going. And on that point, on assessing where I've been, I thought a lot about the beginning of GTL Career Services. And in the beginning, of course I had, it got kind of a mixed reaction. I had people in my life who were super supportive, who were like, oh yeah, it's a great idea, go for it. I'm sure it'll help a lot of people. Then you had those individuals who weren't as positive, telling me things like, oh, it's not going to work, it's a stupid idea, you don't know what you're doing. Nobody's going to go for that, nobody's going to pay for that. I found all of those negative points to be untrue in the years since, of course. But at that point, it could have broken up the whole concept. It could have caused me to dissolve it. But what I did instead was I thought about the reasons those people had to be making those comments, and among others, varying from individual to individual. People have their own motivations. The big one that stuck out to me was the fact that it wasn't tangible yet. It wasn't something that actually existed yet. It was only an idea in my mind. There was nothing that those people could have pointed to and said, oh yeah, that worked, that's a great idea, people are using that. So what I had to do, the challenge that I had, was to take it from idea and to make it real. And to do that, I had to do my research. I had to put the work in. I had to spread the word. I had to help some people first before, the more cynical of us would really be convinced that, oh yeah, it's a great idea, it's working. And now some of those same people come to me, and compliment me on the idea, which I think, speaks to how far the ideas come, in turning into reality. And, what I want to push home to you is that, if you have any idea for a business, any vision for what you want your life to be, it's only going to remain a vision as long as you don't act on it. You have to constantly put in that work. You have to constantly build it. You have to make it into something. You have to make it so. So definitely, whatever you want to do, I would definitely say make it real, make it your own. So that's about it for this week. Of course, you can get at me on Facebook, at GTL Career Services. That's the search term, and at GTL Career on Twitter, of course. Get us on LinkedIn as well. We have that LinkedIn group we're trying to attract some members to, and of course you can email me directly at gtlcareerservices@yahoo.com. So glad to be with you once again. We've gotten some great feedback so far. Next week's video might be in a little bit warmer of a location, so look forward to that. Until then, have a great week. Talk to you then.